Hello and welcome to the October setup. Can you believe it's October? So I've got two boxes from Jane's Agenda coming and my box from Infinite Lotus, but cloth and paper as always is here first. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox this one. And then when we do the setup, there's going to be a whole lot of Jane's Agenda. So I might not use as much here. I don't know yet. Let's see what's inside because I do remember seeing the sneaks for this. And I do think, oh yes, I do believe I'm going to love this. So let me take the bag out and get rid of the box. And here's a little snapshot. It says restricted. It's like going into like the restricted, I can talk, the restricted section at like Hogwarts, but it almost looks like it's like jail cell. Instead of dark and gloomy, it's all bright. And then on the back, it says the September bibliophile routine. And it basically gives you an idea of what's in here. So this is kind of a chunky little bag. Let's pull all the goodies out. I knew this was in here and I really was excited for this right here. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Oh, I love this. Okay. One thing at a time. The November card. I'm gonna put that off to the side. So I'm just gonna make my little piles everywhere. So this one says restricted access on it. Let's open this one up. I'm really quite distraught about the fact that I can't use any of this until we do the setup because I really want to play with these toys. So it says access bookmark set, colored plastic set of 4 on here. And then you have restricted access. These do have film over them. Here, I'll pull one of them off so you can see. So underneath is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Let me get something to put this on because it does seem like I should put it on a white background so you can see it better, but I'm not sure I have one here. They're all in use somewhere. Let's see, is this one not messed up? Okay, so, oh, that didn't make it any better because the behind of it, I think you can see it. It says restricted access. Really cool. And then this one, I don't think we can use a white background. This one says authorized personnel and protocol CP. There's that one. And then this one is really hard to, it's brighter on this side, but this side is the back. You're supposed to see it through. Let me see if it's easier to see through this. It's really understated, but yeah. And then there's this one right here. Might as well, since I'm already, that one is not going to come off as easy, but I'll figure it out. So those are the bookmarks. And like I said, there are 4 of them. I like that restricted access one. Okay, and then let's just do this one now. I can't wait. So this is a see-through pencil case. And it's that same material. We've gotten a couple things in this material before, but it's kind of like that rubbery stuff. So let's see, like when you put especially something this bright in here, you're going to see right through it. So you know exactly what's inside your pencil case, which is, I think, exactly what I've been needing. Because my stuff gets lost, very easily lost inside of my pencil cases. And then I feel like I have to dump the whole case out just to find what I'm looking for. So we have a set of very tiny green discs. Those are super small and they're obviously plastic. Then we have, this is like little book things to tell you what books to read and in progress. And let me get it open so you can see it better. But there's stickers and this says title, to read, in progress, or completed. So, oh, I love that they're all in different colors. Oh, look at this one. It's like an old library card in different colors. Those are so cool. So if you haven't already started a book journal, which I have one, those would be perfect for your book journal. And I think I'm going to include those in that, inside of that stash of stuff. My book journal doesn't have a lot of stuff to it. And to be fair, I haven't really been using it lately because I haven't had time to read, but I'm going to change that. Okay, so this is a notepad, sticky notepad. Title, author, start date, rating, and notes, but just use it like a notepad. You don't have to put book stuff on it. Then this one is kind of interesting, fingerprints. I'm kind of curious whose fingerprints these are. but they are fingerprint dots. So you can use them to decorate or to use to highlight stuff, but you have 4 sheets and all 4 have 3 different sizes and it is somebody's fingerprint. So if you are into like true crime or any murder mysteries or anything like that, these are going to be so cool for you to put in your reading journal. And what's this? This says index page flags, and it's kind of showing you in the little diagram how you could use them. Also this way where you could just write vacation on them, or you could highlight certain areas, but there's a couple of colors. You can see through the other side of the bag. I like that. I want to point this out really quick. I like that on the packaging of the notepad, they're showing you a way that you can use it right here with the little note thing. I didn't notice it until I actually flipped it over, and then this one kind of clued me in to look at that one. But here are, oh, those are nice. Look at those. So this whole part right here is sticky and just this is sticking out. So this would be perfect to put like some notes on it and then just sit it in your planner sticking out. So if there's something important that you don't want to write in your planner, but you kind of need to remember, this would be a great place to do that. I like those a lot. And then I believe these are the inserts for this. So let's just open this up and do it. So this is almost, it feels a little bit thicker, but maybe not. Almost the same as my personal planner. And I actually really enjoy these. Sorry, you can hear a lot of noise. I actually really enjoy these from Cloth and Paper. I didn't think I would, but I do actually really love having this see-through cover. It gives me so many options on the inside for decorating, even if it's something as simple as putting, let me give you an example. Like if you want to change it out every month and you want to put something behind it, like let's use this as an example, but you know, you could cut one of your papers and put it behind it. And if you have a punch, you can punch it because this is a ring bound. You could totally do whatever you want with the cover of this one. And then the words are printed and you can still see them when you have something behind it, or even just a plain colored one. Like I think it would be really pretty to just put, like for fall, put a like a burnt orange cover behind it. That would be super pretty, super, super pretty. But this is a CP Petite is what they're calling it. And the way that I decorated this one is putting things in the pocket. This one doesn't have a pocket on the front. And mine's like kind of squished. I'm not sure what exactly happened to the cover of it, but it's got like a scrape down the middle. It does have a back pocket for you to be able to put your stuff in, but this one kind of got messed up. Kind of bummed out about that. Maybe if I reach out to them, they'll have some extras and they could swap me out with one that isn't scratched up right here. But it looks like it got run through something. Anyway, this I think is supposed to be the back of your little planner right here so that you can shove it inside that pocket. And then these are your, they have like little rounded boxes in them, which is something kind of interesting, but you would put these all together on your little rings, which I'm not going to do that right now. We'll do it later. And then that whole thing you would put in here, and then you could like put a cover, do whatever it is you're going to do with it. But I feel like the reason for these rings is you're probably not going to get this to be much. I don't think you're going to put 2-inch discs in this thing. So I don't know if I would go much bigger than these, maybe a tiny bit bigger, but I don't think you should go too much bigger. And it does have a pen loop. So I'm just going to leave this kind of ready to do so we can do it in the video. I don't need it right now, so I won't stress about it too much, but you got a couple of pens and we have conveniently got a notepad right here. So this is the Pirate Kirina, and it is a pale green. Let's see. So it looks like it's dual. So this side is just like a regular bullet. It's a pretty green. I'll bring it up and show you. And then this side is kind of an interesting, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's kind of an interesting one. I don't know if it's supposed to help you be straighter or exactly what the function of that is, but here's the color. It's kind of a neat one. I wish that it was a dot marker because I really need some new dot markers. And then we have a Sarasa. I'm not even going to write with this one. So this is the Zebra Sarasa 0.5, and I'm sure it's black, and it's a good pen. I mean, it's a good pen, but I've got like 100 of them, and I don't want to take the little tip off of it because I'm actually probably going to give that one to my daughter because I have a ton of them and I don't need another one. But I don't want to dry it out on her before she even gets a chance to use it. So I'm going to leave that on. And then this is the dashboard and vellum cover. So you've got, again, the fingerprints. Still super curious about whose fingerprints those are. And underneath of it, you could do your own thing with it and not put this overlay. You could put your own fingerprints in here if you wanted to. That would be kind of funny. And then it's got to discover, planning, identity, test, track, optimize. So it's got like little clues down here at the bottom, and then if you put that over the top you can kind of see behind it. So that is your cover. So that's kind of neat. This is a very fun, like mystery kind of true crime box that is, it's fun. It's super fun. I totally love this. I wish this cover was increased, but like I said, I'll reach out to them and see if they can trade me out with a different one. And yeah, that's all I have right now. Stay tuned. 2 boxes from Jane's Agenda and 1 from Infinity Lotus coming. Infinite Lotus, sorry, I can't stop. Just comes out. I apologize. So anyway, stay tuned. We'll be back in just a second. Okay, next up we have Infinite Lotus and Jane's Agenda. And usually Infinite Lotus comes a little bit later in the month. So normally I wouldn't be unboxing these at the same time, but this month there was a little snafu with the discs with Jane's Agenda, so they came a bit later than they normally do. So I will do Infinite Lotus real quick. I was going to save that one because I did change this. So when I open it up, we'll see if the change went through, but I did turn this into the mini because I do want to use it in my HP personal size. You know which one it is. Let me grab it real quick. Okay, so the reason for bringing this over here is because I do also have something in here for this particular planner. So this is the one where I bought the cover. I am going to be changing out the discs to the larger discs, but this is the autumn setup, and this is my social media / budget planner. So I have everything's already set up here. I did this on a video, so if you haven't seen that, you can head back and find the video that I used, that I actually filmed when I was setting this one up. But I am going to be using this set in here from Jane's Agenda. I did order a second set for this, only for this month, and then it has been canceled for the rest of the year, unless the winter one speaks to me, and then I might add that one in as well. But I do have that, and then this is also for this size. So I wanted to just make that clear that this is not for the regular planner, so I will not be setting this up right after we go do the unboxing, because this is for a different planner. But let's start with Infinite Lotus. And let's pull out all the goodies. Ooh, I love Cocoa Fusion. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for that. Love. So again, if you're not familiar with Infinite Lotus, this is a monthly subscription box that is centered totally around kind of more of a minimalist style. And a lot of inserts. So if you're a person who loves to test out different inserts or likes to have different things to kind of play with, you get dashboards, you get inserts, you get little extras every single month, and they're very minimal, so they can pretty much go with any theme or anything that you're doing in any of your planners, and you won't have much in the way of clash. So first of all, let's take a look at the dashboard. So this is like your little October 2025, and this gives you kind of an idea of what's inside of the box. So I'll leave it here for a second if you want to read all of these, but we're going to go through it anyway, so really no need to read it. Then you get your little thank you card. Then you get your October monthly, which I stick these in a pocket. Breathe in calm, exhale stress. That is probably like, should be a mantra for the rest of the year, because this whole from October until the end of the year is just crazy for everyone, including, you know, just holiday stuff, but also for business owners. This is like the busiest time of year, so it's all craziness. And this says, can't thank you enough. They've given us these in the past. I've only gotten one, but I do know that they do have other ones available. Very minimal, very good for like a business thing. If you just want to give like a client or something like that a thank you card, this is perfect for that. So these, you can never not have enough of these kind of really plain, minimal, generic kind of cards. Just I think the last one we got was a birthday one, I believe. Oh wait, hold on, because I keep everything. I don't know if you've seen this before, but I'm gonna flip you down. Yeah, that right there is my baby. I do a lot of planning here, not only videoing, but also planning on this desk, because this is specifically what this desk is for. And so, birthday. It says, happy birthday to you. And it is basically the same style, same font, same everything. So these, again, are fantastic to have in your stash of goodies so that you can, you know, grab them when you need them for, they're obviously not very personal, but you know what I mean. So again, we have some dots. These are much bigger than what we normally get. It's nice to have different sizes because you know what would be kind of fun is to take a big dot and then a smaller dot. Like if you have something big that you want to draw your attention to and be like, don't forget to do this, you can put a big dot and then put a small dot right next to it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's the most important thing on my list. So these are in milk tea color, which is a very nice little beigey color. So set those off to the side. Then if you know, you know, I have these everywhere. I actually, because of Infinite Lotus, I went and found them. Jet Pens carries them, and I ordered some in other colors. I do not have this one though, and I love it. I didn't even see this was available, but you've got a couple of purples, and then you've got the brown and the cream. So fantastic for October. You've got fall covered and Halloween both. So we've got those, and these are, I'll pull one out. Just let's see. Where can we show you what size they are? Because it's kind of funny. They're smaller than probably what you're used to seeing. Let's pop into November, but they are just the right size, and you do need a oil-based ink pen to write on them, but they're just the right size to, like, if on a little calendar, this is where I've used them. So you need to block some time on a little calendar. Look at this. They are like the perfect size to just block. Like they are, I don't know. I doubt it was actually a part of the plan when they created these, but they are just the perfect size. And then this is in the HP mini size calendar, HP mini size planner, so that you kind of have an idea of what size that actual November is. But I think that's fantastic. These are now my favorite right here. I get them from Cloth and Paper all the time, and I do use those as well in different places for different things, but I love my Cocoa Fusion. Let's open this guy up, this little bag of goodies. So if you get the deluxe subscription, you get the extra things like the pen, this little baggie with these, oh yes, with these fantastic photos and pictures in them. Oh my goodness, I love this. This little baggie to me is like just fantastic. So you have your October intentions, plan ahead for the holidays, curate your wish list, and reduce impulse purchases. Yeah, you're talking to the wrong person. I am very much an impulse buyer. I have another video coming out. Probably, I'll try to do it before this one, but I got a new cover from Bergeron on Amazon. They came out with a new size, so keep an eye out for that video, because holy moly, guys, I'm in love, and I have like, I'm trying not to impulse buy the brown one. Anyway, back to this, back to Infinite Lotus. That's what you're here for. Okay, October intentions, and it's got this like confetti or galaxy, or I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's supposed to be back there, but it's very kind of like a neutral dark, which is pretty cool. Then you have the October card. Then you have this. So reduce impulse purchases. Maybe if I move this so you don't get the glare so much, and I'll put out all the goodies from this box, right? From this part right here. Let's make it look nice, because you also have these little pictures. So you've got like this little spooky, ooh, I love the oranges, the pops of color in this with on the lake. It's like, there's that. Then you have plan ahead for the holidays, curate your wish list. And then you have this, oh, look at the black cat. Oh my gosh, with the orange eye. Oh boy, is that beautiful. And then, oh, pumpkins. Yeah. So if you're somebody who's maybe making a dashboard, you could totally like set these down on a background, and yeah, this could totally be your dashboard and would be perfect. I don't think it would fit in a mini, but it would definitely fit in a junior. That'd be really cool. Okay, anyway, that's that stuff. Let me move it off to the side so we can go through what Infinite Lotus is famous for, which is giving you a crap ton of inserts. So, oh wait, I forgot dashboards. They also, oh, that same background that's on your intention card is also right here. So you usually get two, and two overlays. So let's get rid of that. That's just tells you, oops, one was on the back. So you have your October, and this is not vellum. This is, which also is twofold, because it's not vellum, it's not as see-through. It's got more of a smoky look to it, but it's very, very stable, sturdy. Like you're not going to just rip this. You're going to have to actually like intentionally rip it to rip it. And it's more of like a plasticky, soft, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what the technology is, but it's not vellum. And this says October, and then you've got 10 and October right there. So tiny. And then, oh, this is nice. This is your October dashboard, which is a very smoky, this looks like where I live, to be fair. It actually really does. Like I can look in any direction from my house and see this. Yep, beautiful, double-sided. And so this is what it would look like over the top. It's just going to add to that smoky feel or that misty feel. Love that. And then the other one that you get is, this one says cherish every moment. Also beautiful. And I think goes better with that. Cherish every moment. Yep, love it. And then you have that same like galaxy looking, I think it's a galaxy. If it's not, it actually, from me just looking at it, it looks like somebody took paint splatters, white, gold, on some black paper and just did this. But I think it's intended to be like a galaxy. Anyway, put October over that one, and that looks pretty good too. So there's those. Now let's get into the inserts, because we still have to get into change agenda. So this looks very much like we're doing holiday stuff. All of the planner companies are doing holiday stuff. I think Cloth and Paper did it, Infinite Lotus did it, and Jane's Agenda did it. So I'm going to be holiday inserted to death. So we have our first part is 30 sheets, which is 60 pages of the Duo grid notes. Oh, I like these kind of grid notes. So these are nice for doing like separate things. So you put your note up here and then what you need to say about it, put your title, what you need to say about it. And there are 30 of these, double-sided, so 60 pages. That's a fat stack. And these are going to be perfect for when I want to write about my, in my business, not my business, my budget, because this is for the budget planner, budget / social media. These are perfect for that. So definitely going to put those over in that stack. This not so much, because this stuff, I mean, I guess it could go in the budget, but I'm the type of person that I happen to be fortunate enough. I'm just going to go off on a tiny little tangent here. If you don't want to hear it, you can just pop ahead. But I sometimes get a lot of comments underneath my planner videos about overconsumption. And yes, totally guilty. I overconsume a lot of things, but I happen to be one of those people that's rarely fortunate enough to be able to do this, still have a fantastic savings account, still working towards retirement on goal. I do not spend money that I don't have, and I buy the things I love and I share them with the people that I care about, which is all of you. So if I'm purchasing something and it's stressing you out, or if you see too much in front of me, then just kind of skip over to a video that you actually doesn't stress you out, because I don't want anybody to feel like I'm pushing you into buying something. I'm not. I'm just sharing my love for planners, for stickers, for organization, and for office supplies, because that is just where my passion is, where my love is, and obviously it's my business. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there before we got any further. And I got comments. I get comments every time. So if you go look through the comments, you'll see. Anyway, I don't delete them. I just say thank you for your opinion, and I move on to the next one, because they really don't bother me so much. But I do want to address the fact that I do acknowledge you. I acknowledge the more simplistic people that don't like to have all this extra stuff and aren't into that. And there are lots of planner channels out there that deal specifically with just the basics. So you can easily, as a matter of fact, if you want to, I can even, because I watch a lot of them, I can even point you in that direction if that's something that you would like. So anyway, moving back to this wish list. So this is geared more towards that, not to overconsume, which is why I went into that rant, because it does tell you about overconsumption in here where it's telling you not to impulse buy. So this is a way for you to kind of figure out how to stop yourself from impulse buying, what the item is, when it was added, what the price is, why do I want it, how often will I use it, cost per use, similar items owned, if yes, what do I have, do you want to give yourself a waiting period, like a cooling off, to decide if you really want it or not. And I do that. I did that with the Bershon planner cover, and I actually waited for months to buy that. So when you see that video, understand that it is pricey, but it is something that I actually went through this process and decided that I really wanted and really want to share with you guys, because I think the quality is just absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, decision, why, wait or pass, purchased, and then any notes about it. So you've got 15 sheets of this. So if this is something that you feel like you need, this might be good for if you're like building, remodeling, and purchasing things for your home. This might be actually a good one for you to use in that type of a planner situation. I don't know of any situation where I would use it, because I wouldn't write it down. Like with the Bergeron cover, I didn't write it down. It's always been on my mind, and I've always just kind of hemmed and hawed about it for a while and then decided to just go for it. So next section is the party plan, where you have guests, date, start time, end time, theme, location, schedule, menu, decorations, entertainment. Flip it over, you've got your to-do list and your notes, which is fantastic for the holidays if you are a person that's planning stuff like this out. This year, I think I've said it before, and you can tell that if I'm telling you multiple times in multiple videos how excited I am. My daughter is doing the holidays in her new place. So I don't have to do this. Hell, I'll be lucky if I even decorate. So there, that is, that threw that right out there. And then you've got guest list to go with it. So if you've got an event coming up and you want to actually put the name, invitation, and RSVP'd, and these would be great for anybody who's dealing with the fall weddings and getting all that stuff done. One of my besties is one of them, where her son is getting married this October, and this would be a fantastic thing for her. Unfortunately, she uses a spiral planner, so this isn't something that would go in her planner, but you never know. She might like that. I might give it to her. Anyway, that is everything that came in the Infinite Lotus October box. Move all this stuff aside, and then I will open up the Jane's agenda. So give me 1 second to make some space. Okay, Jane's agenda. So there should be 2 in here, and they had a little snafu with the actual discs. I think they didn't get as many as they thought they did, or something happened with their shipment, and so they weren't able to fulfill everybody's orders. So they reached out to some of us, especially people like me who had multiple ones this month, and asked if we would be willing to trade out for a different color. Because I'm getting 2 of these, I said, absolutely, you can totally trade out one of them. Hopefully they only traded out one and not both, because I'll be really sad if I didn't at least get one set of the purple ones. But you know what? I won't cry over it. I know as a business owner that sometimes crap happens, and you just hope that there's people like me out there who are willing to be cool about it. And here's your paper. They always make a big deal about the paper, and I'm just like, whatever. The paper doesn't bother me. But anyways, yeah, I don't even know what's under here, and I'm a little bit worried because I really wanted one of the purple ones. My daughter will be absolutely devastated if one of the purple ones isn't in here. I will have to go and buy her some if they're not, because I do know they have a different tone of purple on the website right now. So let's just peek and see what's in here. Oh, purple. She's gonna be so happy. She's going to be so happy because she wanted that. Like, that's what she wanted. And then the other one, oh, it's the other. Thank you, guys. You guys are so awesome. So awesome. These are the ones I said I was going to have to go back and purchase if they didn't send them to me. Whereas this one, I can't remember which ones were the exclusive ones and which ones were the ones on the website. But because I have 2 options now, she can pick which purple she wants, and I will keep the other ones. So this month, we're going to be doing the October planner that's going to be all spookified. So I have all of my stuff that I got from last year from Jane's Agenda when they had one of their sales where they put out a whole set of October inserts. I have all of those. I have the black cover, and now I have the purple discs and this. So I think this is going to be absolutely fantastic. So let's look at the discs, because you're here, they're here. And you can actually have a pretty good representation of the two different purples. So the one was the exclusive to the box purple, which who knows if they'll ever come out with them again. You never know with Jane's Agenda. She, I think if everybody cries loud enough, sometimes she will reorder things later on, or there'll be a surprise like in their Black Friday. So lavender metal discs, I'm guessing that these are the ones that are in the shop because they have this on the back. So let's open them up. They're so pretty and loud. I apologize right now for the loud. You're going to hear a lot of metal clanking. But one of the beautiful things about Jane's discs are that they're metal. They're shaped perfectly for discs, whereas with the Happy Planner, they tend to get caught, especially on like your dashboards, your dividers, your thicker things. They tend to get caught, whereas these never have a problem. I can flip back and forth, and nothing falls off. Nothing gets caught up. I don't rip my pages. Yeah, so I don't know. Something about Jane's discs. She's got it. She's got it all right. And then these ones, I'm just gonna pull them out first, and then I'll pick up one of each and put them side by side. So that way you can see the color difference between the box and the ones in the shop. If I can get them out. This is kind of embarrassing that I can't even get a box open. Guys, this, don't ever hurt your appendages. Arms, knees, hips, shoulders. Don't hurt anything, but I can tell you what turns you into the biggest knucklehead in the world is not having two working arms. The easiest things that you think you should be able to do, you just can't do it. Okay, here's the two colors side by side. Wow. Oh, I feel like she's going to steal this one, which isn't what I really want. But I told her she could have whichever one she wants, so I'm not going to cry. I'll cry. I'll probably will cry a little bit, but you know, she's my baby. She's my planner baby. So those are the two colors. One of them is in the shop. One of them is exclusive to box, and I'm going to guess it's the darker ones that are exclusive to the box. And these are the ones that you can get on the website. So if you wanted to grab some, now you know what the difference is between the two, and we will go into here. So again, I did purchase two of these, so I'm not going to open two of them. Here is your tour card. We don't need those. I'm just showing you size-wise. This is the size for the petite or Happy Planner Mini, however you want to say it. And so all of these are for this planner over here, and I'm going to set them over here because I think you're going to get a much better representation of what's in the box when I show you the bigger size. So first we'll start with the little thank you bag. And these little bats are just cracking me up. I love these things. So every time she sends us these, I use them for sure. But how stinking cute are these? Let me see. Oh, I'm not putting it on here. I was gonna. It's not happening. This is a soft touch October card, and how stunningly beautiful is that? Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I cannot wait to put that in my planner. Love that. Let's try something else. Okay, then we have Be the Reason. The lights flicker when you walk into a room. Sometimes I feel like I am that person all the time, not even around the holidays. So not in a good way, mind you, not in a good way. Sometimes I feel like I am the kid rich, especially lately. How cute is that? He's staying there. That is where he's going to live. He is adorable. I love that. Love. Okay, there's that one. Then you get two of them. Actually, I got four of them because I have two sets here. Then you have There's No Exquisite Beauty Without Some Strangeness. Edgar Allan Poe. Got that right. And Hey Boo. We got that last year. I have that. Actually, I don't know if it says Hey Boo or just Boo, but I did see that because I was going through all my stuff from last year. Kind of trying to get everything ready for this video, and I have that. So now let's look at the page divider thing. Let me take this off. Since we're going to be setting everything up, I'm just going to take this off really quick because it was already kind of coming off. And then you can see how glassy, whoops, as I chuck it across the desk, how like clear, beautiful. And this is that raised, the tactileness of this is just, it's like they're lifted off the page. It feels fabulous. I love that so much. Anyway, there's that, as I'm just marveling over one of many things in this box. Now let's get into the nope, we're not doing that one yet because I want to do this kind of in order. So this and this and this is what you get in the cover club. So I just wanted to be clear that this is the cover club. I get the deluxe, so I get the cover club, the lifestyle box all together, which is the deluxe. So everything else that you've seen is part of the lifestyle box. This is what you get if you're part of the cover club, not the discs or any of the other stuff that you saw. It's this, and then the rest of it is the deluxe because it comes in the lifestyle box. So anyway, I wanted to get that out of the way because I did get a question about it the other day. And I did see it also posted for Jane has been getting a lot of new subscribers to her thing. And I saw somebody ask a question about what they get in the lifestyle box. So I thought, oh, God, this is so beautiful. If you're getting the cover club, you got the best dashboard out of all of them. So on this side, you've got like this really smoky looking, again, very much like looking out my window. I live in the Northwest, I live in Idaho, and I am surrounded by this, and it is absolutely stunning, which is one of the reasons why I moved here. So I'm a desert girl. I came from the desert, lived in the desert for way too long. How's that? Way too long. And when I made it up here to the Northwest with all the trees and the pines and this beautiful foggy look and the snow, I found my heaven. This is my place. So anyways, this side is this, but the true hero right here is right there. Look at these absolutely stunning black candles. Oh, if this doesn't give you all the spooky feels, I don't know what will. Throw a bat on there. There you go. There's all the spooky feels that you need right there. Absolutely perfect. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. So if you're getting the cover club, you're getting these, and then you're getting these covers. So let's go on to the covers so that you can see these. I'm not going to take the protective covering off of it yet. I'll do that off camera when I'm setting up for our actual setup video. But, sorry, those were on there good. But I will show you them. So this has a gold foil to it on this one here. So it says hello fall. You've got the gold foil. Again, gold foil is raised. It's like a double raise. So you're raised over the leaves, and then you've got the gold foil, which is raised over the top of that, which is just stunningly beautiful. Let's just take a little peeky peek because I found it. I have to do, usually I don't actually match her cover club with her cover dashboard. I don't know why. I just don't usually do it, but that's one speaking to me. It's speaking to my spooky little soul. So that's your back cover. And then if you don't like the foil or you don't want the hello fall in the middle, this one you can flip it around and use it as a cover this way. It's raised just like your divider or your little thing, whatever you want to call that. Page finder. Sorry, couldn't think of the word. Somebody's out front. I just want to make sure they're not going to knock on the door and cause the dogs to lose their minds. Yep, they're barking. Shush. Oh Lord. I don't even know if I don't even see who's out there. Maybe it's my son. Anyway, there's that. Then you've got your dashboard set. So it says you are magic. That's your vellum. And that is going to go, it's going to be a hard choice. Look at that with the castle in the background and the bats and the colors. These are double-sided and the colors are just kill me. Just kill me now. You got the pumpkin. That's going to be a beautiful divider. And then you've got these gorgeous, look at those colors, these gorgeous leaves. The colors are fantastic. So that looks really pretty over that. But, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it really quick because I need to see. Because I'm already forming my plan. You are magic. Nope, don't like it. We're good. That's not going to happen. That's going to happen right there. All right. You don't even need to watch any more of the video because that's exactly what's about to happen. Okay, then the last few things that are in here that I will go over is you get this like a whole bunch of note pages that are lined with that same leaf pattern on each one. Really, really pretty. And it's the stunning Jane's Agenda paper that I cannot write on with a fountain pen if my life depends on it because it's too slippery. My writing gets so ugly. It's my daughter's complaining about it because I just got her into fountain pens and she's learning how to write with them. And this is not our paper for fountain pens, but it is my paper for gel pens. So I definitely still use a lot of Jane's Agenda's inserts. Love them, just not for fountain pens. But they do perform. Disclaimer, they do perform perfectly with fountain pens. You just have to not write like a goofball like I do, which is just too sloppy for me to read it. Okay, then you have the holiday planner inserts, which same with everybody's doing the holiday planner inserts. This is a perfect time to start planning for the holidays. So you've got 12 days of planning. This is a funny little thing that you can just put in your planner, which I think is super, super cute. And then you've got your holiday bucket list on the back. And if you want to read this, I believe they have it on their website, so you can read it, but it's, you know, the 12 days of planning, and each one of them is very funny. And it's like doing the 12 days of Christmas song, but with planners. 4 paper clips, 3 washi rolls, 2 sticky notes. You get the idea. It's absolutely fabulous. Stocking stuffer tracker. Now, this is the one that I will use. So the other one was more for party planning, which is fantastic because it's nice that each one of these subscriptions are not doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, just with a different format. Jane's Agenda is thinking more about gift giving and stuff like that, although I do believe she has meal stuff in here, or maybe that's next month. Holiday budget, Black Friday deals. Yeah, she's got this going on. She knows what we need this time of year. So this is the actual one that I will use. So we've got a stocking stuffer tracker, double-sided. You've got your wish list for things that you want. Again, I'm not big on wish lists. I'm more of a just buy it when I want it. Close friends and family. So what you're budgeting and that you wrapped it. That is always a chore around here. So you got close friends and family, and there's a couple of them. Extended friends and family. Again, same thing. Person, item, price, store, bought, and wrapped. And you only have one of those. So if you have a lot of extended friends and family, well, they just don't get anything. That's it. Besides, if you fill all that up, you're going to be broke. I would be broke with that. And I don't have a budget issue right now. So I don't know. Holiday budget. This is for your total planned spending for the entire year for everybody. So it's everything from gifts, decorations, events and parties, foods and meals, travel, charitable givings, and miscellaneous. So this is basically budgeting out your entire plan. And I'm going to use this year because, damn it, I'm sticking to it. Black Friday deals. Again, I am going to be gone the week before Black Friday, so this is going to have to get done way in advance, but definitely going to put down my Black Friday options of places that I want to go. Not even sure if I'm going to be doing a Black Friday because I'm not sure I'm going to have time. I'm going to be speaking at a conference, and I don't know if I have time to prep for this or not, and I don't want to do a bad sale. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm definitely going to be filling this out early before I leave so that when I get home and I'm unpacking, I can hop on and pick up the deals that I want, because I'm sure everybody's going to start advertising what they're doing for Black Friday very, very, very soon. So very excited about that. Okay, so that's everything in the Jane's Agenda box. We have a lot to do. If you're just here for the unboxings, this will be the end of all the unboxings, and the next will be the setting up. So I will be back in just a second with all the goodies, and we'll start setting up the business planner. It is going to be spooky. Hey, even though you get a little bit of the ring glare, I wanted to just show you what the HP Mini or Petite or however you want to call it, how that looks. It is stunning. I love, 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 love it. Love how that side came out. I ended up taking the Cherish and that celestial background from Infinite Lotus and putting it here because I thought it just made a beautiful little, I don't know, line of things just kind of coming off into the middle. And then inside of here, I did use quite a few of these dashboards, including the one from Infinite Lotus. So I've got that one in here. And then when you move all the way over here to October, I did put one in September. Did I put one in September? No, I didn't. When you move over here to October, I use the beautiful leaves with the chapter 10, that one. And then I also have the bookmark in here. So when I get ready to start putting stuff down for that month, and then everything else is kind of blank because that one will come later. And now that I have the Infinite Lotus box coming for this one, that's probably where those will go. And then I'll switch out that top cover. So that's pretty much it for this planner, the mini. So I wanted to just show it to you so you could see what I did with it, put it away. And then we have this. So here is the AC/DC, the black cover. And these are the discs. So my daughter chose the lavender ones, so which I'm kind of happy for that she chose those, because I think these just go with this so beautifully. Yeah, I think this is going to be a stunning little collection right here. So what I'm going to do is put these on this cover. I will speed through that. You don't need to listen to all the clanking. So I'll speed through that, and then we'll start transferring over my current planner stuff into this one, minus where we're at right now, because I'm still using that planner. So there'll be a few things that I leave in that one, but for the most part, this one will be ready to go for October. So I'll go ahead and put all these discs on here and start getting it ready to transfer everything over. Okay, so this is what we have going right now. This is how this month looks, and I'm going to transfer basically almost everything except my hair into the black one. So I'm going to leave these covers in here because after probably in January, I'm probably going to move back into this one, unless something really catches my attention. This is my favorite cover, so I will probably continue with this, and these are my favorite inserts. So we'll see when the next sets of kits come out, which or subscription boxes come out, which things I want to change out. But for the most part, this part I'm going to keep all together because chances are I'm going to continue to use it. So I know this is kind of not where you can see it, but I like to work back to front. So I'm just flipping this over. I do have a couple of these that I'm going to put off to the side, because this is probably going to do this again with the Infinite Lotus stuff, because I really like the way this looks, and it's kind of fun when I have to flip back here to grab stuff, which I do. I do. And then there's this one as well with the September card and stuff from Cloth and Paper in here. Write everything down. Excuse me while I succeed, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to keep this off to the side so that we can, I need a side. I need a side to put it on because I'm running out of space. And then also have this in here, which was from the Pretty Pink Co. You can see it right there. It was one of the envelopes that one of my subscriptions came in with my name, which I thought was beautiful. So I decided to turn it into a pocket, which is where I keep my time strips. And I have it decorated with Everything's on Purpose, Don't Be a Lady, Be a Legend. Probably going to keep this exactly the way it is because I absolutely love it. But I will change this out from the 9 to the 10 from Infinite Lotus. So there's that. And then this one will probably stay the same, the way that it is. And then we'll just start grabbing stuff from the back and bringing them over. So this right here is just a notes section. Now, I haven't decided yet if I actually want to put the back cover in here or not. I think I'm going to leave it until the very end and decide. So I didn't have the back cover in this one because it starts to get too bulky, because I really do have a lot of stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is just bring all the goodies over. So this is like just the notes section in the back. And I have the notes sections right here. So this is 2026 themes for our subscription. This is the notes that I need for Texas. And I use the little Cloth and Paper, also Jane's Agenda. They both have this same style of tabs. So there's different colors of those, which I think I might change those out to a really pretty pink one that I have. And I believe it was in the mini. So I'll have to grab those out. And then there's stuff in here that we don't need anymore for now. So actually I'm going to keep this in here because there's a good chance in the brown one that I'm going to keep it there. But in here, this is probably a good place to put, I thought this month I would put the Cloth and Paper. Where are you? I put the Cloth and Paper one over the note section to kind of split it up. But I have so much stuff on this little tiny desk. It's kind of silly. I don't have a lot of space here. Okay, here it is. I thought I would put the vellum and the dashboard here after I put the divider. So I have goals here as the divider because, I mean, it is pretty much the section where like all my notes go, and my notes are goals. They don't always happen. I don't always get everything done that I want to get done, but I try. So I thought we would put this one in here. And the reason why is because I think that like true crime and mystery and stuff like that goes really well with October theme. So I decided I want that in there. And then we have all of our months. So I'm going to I don't know if I can put these in at the same time. So I'm going to just take this off. I know you can't see what I'm doing, so I'll bring it over. How about like that? Then you can see. So I'm just going to pull out December, put it in here. I imagine I'm probably going to stay. If I know Jane and her subscriptions, everything from this point on is going to kind of cohesively move into the next one. So I feel like I'm pretty safe with the black and this really gorgeous purple color, I think. We'll see. If not, it's not a big deal. It's not that hard to change this stuff out, even though it probably seems kind of cumbersome. And if it's not something you enjoy doing, then this is definitely not the box for you, because that is the whole point of Jane's Agenda is basically a makeover for your planner every month. So you can put in, you know, beautiful things to look at every month. It's like changing your clothes. You know, you don't always like to wear the same thing every day. Definitely don't want to wear everything the same day for an entire month. But with your planner, you know, that's what happens. For some people, it's like that for years. Like they don't change anything. I am not one of those people. I like looking, I'm inspired by the things that I see around me. And if I see beautiful things around me, and it inspires my imagination to create beautiful things. So it's kind of why I have a lot of beautiful things around me. Now, October. I will also add in the beginning of the year, because there will be a lot of stuff going on at the beginning of the year as well. But I'm going to probably leave September over here in this planner. Or will I? I don't know. I might actually put it over here. I think I'm going to put it over here. I'm ready. I'm ready to switch over. It's the week before. Yeah, there's only, this is the end of the week basically. So this is the one that we're on now. I think we're okay. And then this I'm going to put off to the side, but you guys have seen this before. This is where I keep all of my page flags and all that stuff. But we are going to add some more of the Cocoa Fuse into here. So I will keep this close by so that I can add some stuff to it when we get there. And then I will pull out, you can see I have my vellum in here from Autumn Glen. All of this will change out as soon as September is over, which is very soon. I will change this out to 2026 September, and this will all be gone and put away. But you can see that I love to decorate it. I love to write in it with all my little different pens. I love all my little emojis. And yeah, so yeah, I love it. I can tell you right now that every month pretty much looks like that. And now that I'm changing out to, I changed completely over to fountain pens, most 99% of the time. I still use my other, see if I can grab it so I can show you what this is my other go-to. This is that G750 pen. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's a medium, so it's a little bit fat for me, but it's a zebra. G750, if you're looking for a fantastic gel pen that writes like a dream, that is the one to get. And they do carry them a lot of places, but the one place that they carry it that's convenient for me anyways is Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble has those, because I just bought my daughter one from Barnes & Noble. Let me do this. I want the monthly in here just in case, because there's a couple of things going on towards the end of the month. And this one is really fun. So in one of Jane's boxes, I can't remember if it was the last one, but this is plain. This is a great little bottom tab. I love to use it as a bottom tab, and you can put sticky notes on there. So I did have some sticky notes on it, but I took them off because I was trying to write and it was a little bit bulky. So I did take them off, but it is a good place to put them if that is something that you like need a spot to stick them to. That or this right here where it says this week, this is another good place to put the sticky notes. And the Cocoa Fusion, if you want to pick these up, Jet Pens has them. These have sticky on the back. So when you pull them off of here, it's sticky back there. And so you can just stick it right on there and it's good to go. I didn't add anything to the back of this to stick it to the pocket. It just sticks because there's sticky stuff back there. Anyway, now that all the stuff just fell out of the top pocket, I don't know if I need that or not. I don't need this. This is from Graceful Muse. Let's put this over here in this pile. But do I want this? I think I do want this. Okay, then we can take August out because I always keep the month before in the book, at least the monthly part of it. So just just this. The rest of like the weeklies and stuff usually come out. So I will not need August anymore, and then I will grab the box that has all the new stuff in it and replace it with 2026. You never know. You never know. There might be some things that come up this early in the year or this late in the year that I need for August. So for August, I have this little over card that came from Infinite Lotus, and then I have my quotes underneath it. So I'm going to keep that here, even though I have a different vellum for this, but I'm going to keep it like that for now. Yeah, here it is right here. So this is going to be doubled up, but what happens when I actually get to the artwork for this month is I take one of, I won't be doing it with this one because it's not August anymore, but I take one of these and I put it in between, and then when you flip it, I have like a little thing, and it's just because it's pretty, no function to that whatsoever and totally not necessary, but sometimes that's what I like to do. So then you can just start taking these out a month at a time. So this is where here, this is 2026 right here, this part, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, 2026. So the rest of this, I'm going to flip it over there, stop talking, just kind of speed through and get all of these because there's nothing written in these into here, and then we'll move on. Okay, everything is put into this planner. She's chunky. So for the month of October through December, I didn't put any of the weekly inserts in, so I am going to put the weeklies. This is the last I have. This is from Cloth and Paper, and I do have the 2026 ones when we get to that point. So let's put these guys in here. So in each month, what I usually put in here, because this is business planner and I like to keep track of certain things, but when you flip over from October, there's like this little section in between where there's nothing between here and the weeklies. So this is like a really good place for me to just kind of jot some things down and then start your weeklies. So it starts from the 29th on. Then after I get through the weekly section in the back, I put two things. One is the pen swatch library, which I figure out exactly all the pens and markers and inks and stuff that I'm going to be using for this month, not only in here, but I kind of coordinate between planners. So this is a good place for me to just hop on here and be like, what pen am I using, or whatever am I using, especially if I'm doing a video and I'm trying to remember what ink I have in my pen. Like for this month, this ink right here changed. So I started out with the Tom Studios walnut ink, and it kept clogging my pen because it's technically a calligraphy ink. So I ended up changing from there to, I tried the pen test, one of the pen tests for a darker brown. I didn't really like it, so I ended up with using the Cafe Crema. So I ended up switching the ink out of that pen from walnut to Cafe Crema, but that's not on my pen test thing. So if I didn't like write it somewhere, I wouldn't realize what ink I had in there. And so it's just a way for me to keep track, that's all. So I have that in here. And then I also have my inbox, which I pull inbox from the front and I put it in the month. And that's so that I can keep track of certain things, whether it's just what subs are coming up, or I put a lot of email stuff in here, to-do lists. People will send me emails that I can't do anything about until after a certain date. So I'll put them in here so I don't forget about them. And then I just check them off as I get them done. So I just always have one little inbox in the back, pen test swatch in the back, and then the monthly, and that's it. I don't have any dailies in here or any other fluff in here. So let's move on to November, because I just want to have it in here in case I need to put anything in the month, in like a certain spot during the week. So I'm just going to put the rest of the year in just to have it, because I don't, fingers crossed, I don't think I'll be changing covers again this year. I think this is going to go just fine for the rest of the year. And then I had a little pen test swatch going for something else, and now it's on that one, but I didn't want to waste the whole page, so it's here. If I don't end up using it, I will just, get rid of it. But this is actually, the document gray is one of the colors that I'm using pretty regularly, so it'll probably be there at that point as well. Okay, let's get to some of the fun stuff, which is putting on the cover and some of the decorative stuff. So going through the box, we have a bunch of stickers. Stickers was a weird way to say that. A bunch of stickers. We've got all of our inserts. We've got our covers and our dashboards and all that good stuff. So we have all of these things to play with. But just to kind of quickly recap some of Cloth and Paper, this was a very book related one. November, we need that for next time. And then we have this restricted section. Don't know if I'm going to use those because I don't think they have a spooky enough vibe, but I really like these. And so I'm kind of thinking that I want to use them in my planner, but probably not this one. These are more likely going to go in my Wonderland 222 because I feel like these have a better spot for that one. So I have them just to acknowledge that they're here. This also came in the Cloth and Paper, and I put it together and I made myself some little covers in it just to show you what it looks like. I am very much married to, oh, where are you? Oh, my friend, I put it back in my purse. Hold on. Okay, so I'm very married to this as a purse planner. As you can see, it is very chunky. There's a lot of stuff in here. I use it all the time. It literally lives in my planner. What is that? Oh, get out of there. Little guy. It lives in my purse most of the time or sits on my desk if I need to add anything to it. And I didn't put this back in one of the strings, so it's falling out because I was writing some notes in it. But this is one that I carry around in my planner, and this is also a Cloth and Paper, and then they sent us this one. So you can see as a size comparison, this one's just a little bit fatter, obviously, than this one. It's about 1.5 times size. If I wasn't addicted to this one and totally in love with this one and had every living insert you could possibly imagine for this one, I would use this one. I would. But in order to use this one, I would go up one size on these discs. For me here personally, I don't have the next size up, which I believe is a 0.75. So the closest I have, I don't even have 1 inch. I think I have 1.25 is the next size up, which was too big for this. So I couldn't show you what any other size besides the matcha from Cloth and Paper are, but these are not the right size discs for this little planner right here that we got in the Cloth and Paper subscription. I love the cover. I love all the text on there. I think it looks really cool having other stuff underneath it. I made the covers. I made basically this whole entire thing from my Cocoa Daisy subscription. So you can see here that that's what that is. And then the inserts that they gave us. And then I created the back page, which is attached to the cover that they gave us, or the back part of the notebook, to keep it in. The other thing I don't like about Cloth and Paper's discs are that they catch a lot. Not like the metal ones. Metal ones don't seem to catch as much as these plastic ones do. They're not horrible. They're definitely not as bad as Happy Planner, but they're not perfect either. So yeah, if I was gonna use this, which I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna or not, but I did put it together to show you what it looks like with some sort of decoration underneath the text, because it was really hard to see when we did the unboxing. I wanted to just show you what you could do with it. It needs to be bigger discs, needs to be fatter in order for it to be more sturdy, because right now it's very floppy. It's super floppy and it will fall apart on you. So anyway, that's that. Just wanted to show it to you that I did do something with it. It's not just floating out in space, but this is my baby right here. So chances are I'm not going to switch it out, but if I was going to, that's not a bad choice. So if you don't have the other size and you don't want to spend the money on getting a whole nother one, then use the one that came in this month. Make it work for you. I think I already took this off, and there's just a couple of little pieces. Yeah, I already took it off. So here's the cover. And again, I'm pretty positive that I don't need the back cover because we're getting chunky and I don't need it. I don't take this planner anywhere with me. It sits open on my desk. So it doesn't need to have any more stability to it, but it is very stable the way that it is. And I'll just show you what some of these look like underneath. Like, that's super pretty. But I am very partial to the Cover Club this month and what came in the Cover Club. So that is what we're going to put because I love it. Love the way it looked in the mini, and I know I'm going to love the way it looks in here. And they're going to be very matchy-match this month. So that Hello Fall and that by itself is chef's kiss. Absolutely perfect. I'm very, very happy with that this month. So that is the cover. Then after we get past that, there's just a couple of places that I want to put the dividers. And one of them is going to be, obviously, just like I did here, we're going to do the same thing in October. So we have this, and then I'm definitely loving this. This is my favorite other divider that we got. Then we're going to do that one right there because that is just an absolute vibe right there. I love that. And then when I get into the back of this, when we get into goals and notes and stuff, that is where I kind of was thinking that I would put, sorry, I'm gonna not use the back cover. I'm gonna put the vellum in one of these, but I don't know, not this one either. I don't know which one I want. So You Are Magical with the bats and the castle in the background, or, because this just kind of shows through better. But this goes much better with those discs. I think we're going to do this one because I love the color combination with the discs. I think they're so pretty. But there's that. And then that's it. I mean, the other ones I may take over to my daughter's house when I see her on Friday and see if she wants to add them to her planner because she also has a letter size planner. But for me, I think we're good right here. I don't need to chunk it up anymore. It is plenty chunky. It's plenty chunky. And everything I need is here. I've gotten this down to a science. So I don't really fix what's not broken, and it's definitely not broken. So I won't really mess with it too much. But what we can do is start setting up little pieces of plastic everywhere from the cover. Start setting up like the pocket and see what we want to do with the pocket. So this month in cloth and paper, what we got was notepad. That obviously doesn't need to go in here. Oh, yeah, love those. Not sure if I want these in here or if I need them in my Wonderland 222. Gotta show you what I did with the Wonderland, guys. You're gonna be just like, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna love it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do October up here. I may do what I did in the other mini planner, or I might not. I don't know. Not sure. I definitely know I want him with the little bat in here. I did bring October. This is from last year's Black Friday sale. I did bring that. So I want that right there in the front. And then we have a few of these things. So we have this one and we have the Hey Boo. So the question is, which one do I want to attach to where? I'm thinking I like the Hey Boo, right? The Hey Boo is, yeah, that's definitely going to go there. I wish I had a black clip that wasn't another. Let me see what's in this drawer. I don't think we have any more black ones, but hold on. Hold on. This is the JA drawer. So you could see this is where I throw all of our little extra goodies. And I thought I had some more clips in here. I know I did at one point. Hang on. Let me go see where I put the clips. Because I had a little container of clips. I don't know what I did with them. I took them out to dig for another clip, and now I don't know where I put it. So I will have to look for those. I have no idea where I stashed it. I had a little container with little mini clips in it. Oh, I know where it is. Hold on. Little Miss Organized went to Target and bought a set of these. There's a bigger one and two smaller ones, and I organized. See? And when you organize, and you don't remember what you organized, you lose things super quick. So Anyway, I put all the Jane's Agenda clips in here that we got got so many of them during the Black Friday thing, but here is a black one. Let me see if there's any other Halloween ones in here, because I know she gave us something. So we have the black roses, and then we have the black circle. We'll see which one goes better, or the one from the honeybee set. But I think one of these should work. Let's see which one. All right. I want you to be able to see Hey Boo, but I also want to be able to see October and then not mess this up. So she's very picky about her clips. So I should be able to just do this and they should stay. And you should still be able to see. Yeah, that's perfect. As a matter of fact, I can't even move it to rearrange some stuff. So there. Oh yes, I love the way that looks right there. I feel like it needs something a little bit lighter underneath there, just to kind of, I don't know, there's a lot of dark on dark on dark, which makes it, you know, spooky, which I love. Sorry, I'm going to put my little box away because I just don't have space for it to sit here on the desk. Yeah, I just don't have room to put, I don't know, everything she gave us is so dark that I think no matter what I put back there to kind of give it a little bit of like another layer, it's still, well, it's a little bit brighter. I think we could get away with that. I like that. Like little layering moment that's going on right there. I think I really like that. And then if you were going to use the back cover, it is the full leaves with no gold foiling on it. So it would be this way, and like pumpkins or whatever you were going to put behind it. That's what that would look like. But we are not going to do that. Okay, so now all the thing I have left is this little pen pouch that she gave us from Cloth and Paper. There are some little bookmarks in here, but they do not match this, so they're not going in here right now. The rest of the matcha rings, which I don't want, and then there are the pens that we got. So these are the two from Cloth and Paper, and this is the one from Infinite Lotus that are going to go in here. Get my extra disc. I also have my extra bats, which I'm going to put them in here because there's a good chance I'm going to use them. So I've got this put together. Now let's grab our little extras that we play with, which is this. So I'm going to set this off to the side. Oh, I forgot to put in my bookmark. Let's see, where do we want the bookmark? Pop this up to October. I may put something here. I'll probably pull this out because this is full. There's no reason for it to be here anymore. And then when this comes out, yeah, because it doesn't really match, but it's okay. You can see my crazy coming out right now when it comes to certain things matching and colors matching and everything kind of going together. But to be fair, this doesn't go at all with my own kit artwork either, so they don't match either, but I'm still going to use them. So as a matter of fact, is this it? Yeah, this one is next month. This is this month's. It's not that bad. It's not that far off, to be honest. So that's what that looks like when you put it up next to there. It's not bad at all. I think this is actually going to be very nice in here. The colors are not horrible. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. So this is Harvest from the Hollow. So I think actually it's not super bad. I wish I could get like a color palette from Jane so that I could coordinate my kits. I'm going to keep that over there. Okay, so I'm going to move this off to the side so that we can do these. So you already know that I keep this the way that I keep this, and this doesn't really change other than for me to add some more things to it. So as you can see, this is pretty much gone because I use the bullet points a lot, and then I have the other lattes behind it. So these are latte, and these are called milk tea. But as you can see, they're pretty close, so they're going to go very well together. So I'm going to actually put that in here. Is that? Yeah, I'm going to put this in here so that they're there where I can grab them. And then these are the ones to finish out September. So I'll put those back. And then right here is where these are going to go, because I feel like I just always use them all. Now what I am missing is the first set with the light blue, and the ones that they gave us, the first ones that caught my attention from Infinite Lotus. but those are very bright and ones that I feel are better suited for springtime. So they're in my desk and they will come back. They'll make an appearance back. Yeah, there we go. They'll make an appearance back in the spring so that I can put them back in here, back in the rotation. But for now, this is what's in here. So I've got my little ruler with these page flags. Probably won't use these ones this month because I don't really see much in the way of blue in any of the kits. These definitely, because they're very fall. These, some of them, the green one, maybe that one. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here that I'm still going to be able to use. So I'm going to put this back into the planner. It is ready to go. And it just snaps in where the rest of your stuff is, and I just have it sitting right there. So I usually pull it out when I'm using the planner because it will actually get in the way when you're trying to write. This one I'm going to set off to the side because I don't think I'm going to change that one, but this one I am going to change, and I'm going to add some things to this little bag. Little bag sits in the back. It's another thing that comes out when I'm writing in the back of the planner, but when I'm writing in the month that I'm in, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't cause any bulk or do anything that makes my planner session horrible. I do need the tape. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this with the October stuff from Infinite Lotus. I'm literally going to copy it exactly the same because why am I going to break what's not broken? Curate your wish list. Or is that one goes up here? That one goes up here. I don't want it to be any taller because it won't fit in the bag. So what we can do is commit. We're just going to commit because if we don't commit, then we'll be sitting here messing with this all day. I used to do the same thing when I made cards because I used to make cards. I think everybody pretty much knows that before getting into planners and stuff, that's how I ended up being able to purchase the things that I needed to purchase when my husband was in school and I was the only one working because we're on a very fixed budget. Is I worked for the other companies. That's kind of where I got my start with the planners, is because I had to plan out all of the releases for the companies that I was kind of PRing for, or not PRing, designing for. And yeah, so that's where I started with planners because I had to. I had no choice because my life was just chaotic without them. So yeah, that's how it all began. That was the beginning of the road. But that was one of my things when I was like doing videos and showing people how to do stuff. I was like, just commit. If you don't commit, you're never going to do it. You're going to sit here all day trying to figure out exactly how you're going to attach everything, and you're going to get upset. I think I want this one instead. Yep, I do. The Breathe in Calm Exhale Stress is a different paper. It's very more like paper, not like a card like this. And I like this one from Jane. So I'm going to add Jane to here, just like that. And then the other two, which, yeah, I think I want the black cat at the top. Just like that. Oh, I love that. And then we're going to put this spooky little house down here. So all we got to do is put one. Oops. Slippery little sucker. Okay, so there it is. Looks very much the same as this one. Almost identical. It's a little bit fatter, but this thing has got some wiggle room to it. And then this goes right in here. And yeah, I'm going to put it in this direction right here. So if this bothered you, you could totally take something and cover that up, but it doesn't bother me. So this is going to go in here. And then I have the stickers in here, but I haven't been using them and they don't go with anything this month. So these are going to go up here in my little box up here that I've shown a few times. And I'm going to start putting some of the things that I think I might use in here. This being one of them. These, because I don't have anywhere else to keep them, like my, oh, I do. I can't wait to show you the Wonderland 222 now, but that is for a different video. So let me put that back. So I can put these in here, which is kind of creepy having a bunch of fingerprint stickers in here, but it works. So these go in here. I think I'm going to put these in here for now. At least I know where they are and I won't lose them. And then stick this off to the side because I got to put that in my little section. And then we have this. So we got to get rid of September, and excuse me while I succeed. and put in October, and that is the one that I will put back. No. Yes. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, hold on. Let's put the Breathe in the Calm on the back of this one, like that. And that one is going to go right here. There's no need for this at all. It's just me wanting to have it. And then this, I think I'll put this one away and add this to the back of this one, to the back of restricted section, and to this. Not at all necessary, just a fun little thing to put in here, and if it becomes too bulky, I'll just take it out. It's just a fun little thing. As a matter of fact, this could probably go in the other planner. Yeah, it probably could go in the other planner because it really doesn't need to go in here. But just for context, to show you where everything usually lives in the sky. So this always lives next to where I'm planning. And then the extras live in the back of this whole thing. A little sneak peek at, I have all the way through to July figured out for Christopher and I did a big old session, a sit down and plan session. Not all of them are like set in stone. Some of them may change, but for the most part, I think we've got at least the first half of 2026 figured out for planner themes for our subscription. So I think next year is going to be fantastic. Okay, so that's where that lives. And then this right here, I'm going to keep these on here because there's no reason to change them. I love that side the way it is. And then that lives right on top. And this is just where I keep my time blocking stickers because it's just easy for me to just grab them and go. As you can see, just grab them and go when I time block. I don't time block all the time. But when I do time block, that is how I put them. You can see, I'll show you. This is how September came out. Just like this. And then I have this little section. This is all going to come out at the end of the time. But you can see here when I'm time blocking things, that's how it's done in my planner. That's how I put them down. But then there's some days that I don't need to time block because I know I'm just going to be in the shop all day long. Then there were a couple of days that I went in and worked light duty. Total disaster. Don't ever want to do that again. And then more time blocking here, but using a different system. So I do use them. And then when I block out here, so this is PBC order filling crunch time all week. Get the orders done. Blam. So, and that is the week that we are in right now. I took a pause for a second in cutting to come over here and set this up with you so that I could get this video up early enough to show you what I have plans and how I'm using them before, the middle of October, and you didn't even get to see anything. So anyway, that is where we're at. And I think it is absolutely stunning. It is so stunning. Jane did a fantastic, and her team, obviously. She's got a team of people around her, but they did a great job. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Not going to change a thing this month. Last month I did change everything after I put it together. I changed it all out. This month it is not changing at all. So anyways, that, my friends, I think is it. I think we got to the end of the setup video. So hopefully you found something in here that can inspire you or give you some ideas on how to use certain things. And yeah, this is a chunky girl right here. And yeah, she's kind of bowing a little bit. That little fly has been bugging the crap out of me all day. He's just he's dive bombing me and he's making me angry. There's one fly in here. The other day, little side note, there was like, it looked like, my husband said it was a cricket. It was not a cricket. That thing, first of all, was loud every time it flew from one end of the room to the other, and it kept like dive bombing me, and I was just like getting so frustrated. I finally got him to come in here and catch it and kill it because I think it's called a stink bug up here, because when he killed it, oh, it smelled so bad. I had to turn on every candle that I have in here. But anyway, that was a little side note. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.